Hi everyone, Gavin here, and welcome to the first episode of the Bargain Bottle Bank. And I have some smaller bottles of wine here from Aldi. Okay, so this is the Romanian Merlot. This cost $1.99. It's 13.5%, and the bottle size is 375 milliliters. So let's get this thing open and into the glass. Okay, and I'm going to use my copper here. It's a Spanish wine glass. I'm not going to pour all of the bottle in, though I probably could. And look at that colour. So it has a deep ruby red colour, a little bit darker than ruby actually. There's a little bit of a brick coloured hue at the rim, and this is from 24, so I imagine this is quite youthful. And on the nose right away, red cherries, plums, yeah, and a little bit of vanilla oak. This has definitely been oaked. Okay, now let's try the taste. Okay, so this medium bodied, has a kind of like silky texture. It has a tannin, but it's quite soft actually, and the taste is quite reflective of the aroma. Yeah, cherry kind of plum taste to it, ripe but also fresh at the same time. It has a hint of vanilla, and I think that's what comes from the oak aging. And back to the tannins. Yeah, it's quite soft. Sorry, there's a wasp flying around. He also wants a little bit in of the action. Yeah, so the tannins is quite smooth. It is there, and has light acidity, and I imagine if this was aged for another year or two, this would be much softer, but it is easy drinking. I would definitely say food friendly. You know, the classic meats like lamb, definitely lamb with herbs such as rosemary and so on, and then with that you could probably put a potato gratin or something, but this would go well with steak and chips, definitely. If you're into steak frite, this would be perfect. And at $1.99 for that half size bottle, I guess, I mean, you've got a bargain, really. I mean, this would also go well with charcuterie, definitely with some hard cheeses, and with mild and strong cheeses. I think this would fit in. So yeah, definitely this is a happy medium. On price point, can't fault it. There are no flaws in the wine. Came in a screw cap bottle, so you wouldn't expect it to be corked. Yeah, delicious. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, so next up, I have this Pinot Grigio white wine, also from Romania. Similar bottle to the Merlot. This is, of course, dry. I'm going to use a slightly different glass here. It's also a large glass, but I'm not going to fill it. Okay, so this is almost colourless. It has a kind of like straw hue to it. Slightly greenish. Okay, and it looks quite crisp in the glass. Okay, so straight on the nose, a fresh green apple pear with a little bit of citrus, and it has a kind of like a wet stone aroma to it too, so a little bit minerally. Okay, let's get into it. That's really light, so it's quite zesty. The acidity is there. It feels a little bit thin, quite refreshing, but yeah, the flavor's already disappeared, so the flavor's not long lasting. Definitely have peach and lemon in there, and there's some kind of slight bitterness that I can't quite detect. I can't put my finger on. Yeah, maybe cherry stone or something like that. But honestly, the flavor's just not staying there in my mouth. Yeah, that's not bad. I would probably pair this classic seafood, I would say. Anything with prawns, garlic, lemon, butter. If that's not what you're into, maybe a salad with goat cheese and melon. Again, this was $1.99. This is 11.5%. So this is also... It also comes in a 375 milliliter bottle, and yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong for the price. So on value for money, yeah, can't fault it at all. Okay, I haven't got much more to say on that. It's a little bit light. You could drink that just with friends on a night out. I think it might be too easy to drink though, I have to say. But yeah, nice, refreshing, well worth the money. Now let's get the next miniature. Okay, so this is the cheapest of the lot, the smallest bottle, 250 milliliters. This cost 99 cents in Aldi. It's 11.5%. It is the Syrah Rosé from France, actually from Pays d'Oc, and of course Syrah is Shiraz. Yeah, and we can already see the color there. It's a kind of like a salmon color. But I'm going to open it up now, and I'm just going to put it into this glass. Okay, right. So there's a little bit of carbonation in there. I still have some bubbles in there, which is not a great sign, I would say, but it's not anything too telling. Okay, so on the nose, quite bright. Red fruits for sure. Strawberry, cherry, hint of cranberry, with a slight accent of grapefruit. Oh, and definitely pear. I should have put it in the other glass actually to get a better nose of it. Yeah, and some rose petal. Okay, let's get straight into it. That's really crisp, quite clean, zesty. Yeah, definitely the flavours reflect the aroma. So definitely some red berries in there and citrus zest. Yeah, and the strawberry and cranberry. Yeah, but here's the thing, it has an aftertaste. The aftertaste isn't terrible, but I don't know. It's kind of like when you go too far into an orange rind. I mean, it's that kind of bitterness. It's not terrible, but yeah, I mean, okay, it was only 99 cents for the 250 milliliters, which would make it €3 for a full size bottle. No, I would say, yeah, it doesn't do it for me. It's not unpalatable. You probably could have this with seafood or a salad. Honestly, pay a little bit more and get a better wine. I mean, this is also 2024, I think. I don't know if aging would do it any good. Yeah, I mean, I won't be too hard on it because, you know, you typically get what you pay for. I've been lucky to get a lot more than what I pay for with wines. It's a bit better than the carton wine. It is drinkable. Yeah, and it kind of has that pear aroma to it now, which is a little bit overbearing. Anybody who's had a whiff of terps will know what I'm talking about. Yeah, okay, so if I were to rate these, definitely that was the worst one, but not the worst wine I've ever tasted, but it's definitely the worst of this little bunch here. Okay, so the Merlot based on, and all of these are going to be based on the price point, okay? So none of these are going to be something that I'm going to sell. So my valuation is on the value for money. This Merlot, definitely an 8 out of 10. I would say I wouldn't give it a 9 or a 10 just because it's, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it could be a bit more versatile, I would say. Okay. Pinot Grigio, very pleasantly surprised with it. This was the one I expected the least from. And I would say based on the price point and the value for money, it gets a 10. Yeah. I mean, it won't match €20 bottle of wine. It certainly won't be anywhere near a €100 bottle of wine, but on the value for money, it's a straight up 10. Okay, so we like to say we get what we pay for. This thing here is not terrible. It's probably worth the money, but to be quite honest with you, you can get better for the same price if you buy a larger bottle. Yeah, by quite some margin. Yeah, so it's not something that I would turn into vinegar. I will drink it because I only have this thing. But I certainly will not give it out as a Christmas present to anybody, and I will not bring it to the dinner table ever again. Okay, but I have to make this clear. This is my subjective opinion, and I'm not a qualified sommelier, so you shouldn't really take my word for it. You should try it yourself, but that's just my opinion. Okay, yeah, so definitely the Merlot's worth it, but it's not perfect. On the price point, Pinot Grigio, 100% top marks considering the price. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, this thing is a shame. Maybe it's the aftertaste that just kills it for me, to be honest with you. But I will hold my nose and guzzle it down. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, see you in the next video. Ciao for now.